Hey spuddies, PotatoMcWhiskey here, and welcome back to Let's Play Europa Universalis 4 as Yemen. Now, where we left off, we had just cut a siege down Aden, and we're just waiting for them to decide that, yes, we are really beaten, and we will actually surrender. Now, I was taking a bit of a look here at the trade map, and interestingly, we actually are very, very close to having a fairly dominant place in this. And you can do all these new things from the Cradle of Civilization. For example, we can do hostile trading. We could establish communities, which gives me extra, would give me extra relations. We can also do improve inland routes, but I think we have to have a certain amount of power. And this will give me extra siege ability and extra artillery bonuses against forts, which is pretty cool. We need to keep our eye on the potential for some units to drop here. Now, even though, like, technically I'm up against like a 15k, 17k army and like so many boats, but just by manipulating the terrain, I was able to beat a far superior army just by being aware and moving around. And I think I did it. I think I deserve a little pat in the back here. Okay, so the Renaissance appears. This is unfortunate for me because I have not gotten my military tech, so this will slowly get more and more expensive. And it appeared over here in Verona. Now it will reach us relatively quickly. It'll probably reach us around 1480, 1490, that sort of region of time. Which is not super early, but we're pretty much going to be taking tech penalties most of the game here. And we're just going to have to live with that until we can figure out maybe how to deal with it. But again, we got to worry about uniting Arabia before we really worry about that sort of thing. So this is a royal marriage offer from Mara. I will take that. You know what I could do? I could go to the Dhimmi here. And if I were to talk to the Dhimmi... Oh, they don't actually exist in my nation. Never mind. Usually you can there's like a little. I hesitate to even call it an exploit. You can steal money from the Dhimmi even if they don't actually exist in your nation. So army drill is going up here. We're waiting for them to surrender. So it's probably about a year before they'll surrender because once that length of war thing goes away, I think that's when they're like, okay, we're no longer resisting. I think the length of war thing is just to prevent a situation like this where you completely smash somebody, but they still have strong allies who could bring it back. But it's pretty... It also, the downside is that it causes issues when you have smashed somebody and you're just waiting for them to surrender. I think I lose the legitimacy here. As painful as losing legitimacy is, I don't really want to lose admin power here. As a nation who is not in the good tech group or near the centers of whatchamacallit, I'm going to be struggling anyway. So I think I'll kind of see if I can get a pass on that. Okay, how many months now until you will surrender? Okay, it should be about 7 months. I don't want to go too fast in case they try to bounce more troops over here and then my troops are on low morale and not ready. So that's something I need to watch out for. Okay, sorry about that. I actually had a small interruption in my my recording there. I lost my train of thought. Let's see if we can... Yeah, I think we're mainly just playing the waiting game here. I can't afford an advisor, and I don't think I really mind not affording an advisor. One day I would like to have one of each of these things, but for now I think we're just fine. I would perhaps like to focus on admin power next after I get a bit of military power, and we are going to take Pike Square here. If we check the technology, this is the cheapest we're ever going to get it, right? We're never going to get a technology this cheap, and it's never going to give us so much because we can pretty much declare another war right after this. What I might do to Miklaf is I might take a province and humiliate them, And that would give me the Age of Discovery Humiliate Rival goal, which would be quite good. I don't know if you can actually do that. We'll have to figure it out. It's been a while. It's been a while since I played EU4. But I do so love the game. Okay. My war exhaustion is fairly high. It's going up because my ports are blockaded, which is nothing I can really do about that. Are you ready to surrender? Okay, they will surrender. I'll take all of the money. Okay, so let's bring this down a little bit. Now, I could actually vassalize them. Right? It would be expensive. They'd be too strong. I think I'll just take my cores. And then bring down the amount of gold here to 63? 61. So I'll get a little bit of gold, I'll get a little bit of inflation. I get a decent chunk of prestige, I get a bit of power projection too, which is nice. We're going to get pretty much everything we want. We get our core land back. Now, unfortunately, the core land has taken a pretty hard hit of devastation. But you can see here, that was a really nice war there. We lost about 6,500 men, but we killed like 25,000 men. That is a pretty damn good kill ratio. But there are a few things we need to take care of now. We do get +1 prestige from that, so our prestige will decay much slower, and manpower recovery speed is also quite nice too. So they accepted that. So I have a new rival in the Rasids. We do need to make a state over here, and I will. I'll make this in my state is no longer a territory. This will cost me 0.07 ducats in maintenance per month, but it will increase my income by 0.35, so that seems like a worthwhile thing to do. I could do an edict in here, and what edict would I do? Let me have a look. What sort of things could I do in here? There's not much autonomy. I do need to deal with my estates. Could I do an edict? What edict would I do? Local trade power, local missionary strength. Ooh, local missionary strength actually could be quite nice because I would be able to convert. I would be able to convert these guys in a reasonable amount of time. Now I do, unfortunately, even though this was my core, I do have a little bit of war exhaustion and stuff. So we're going to let that tick down before we do anything like that. Let's take a look at our missions here. I think I will go for Rival of my Rival. Dwasir's Opinion of Yemen seems like a decent one to go for, so I'll send a guy over there to improve relations. So I'm thinking I'm going to vassalize Hadramut and then use them to conquer into this way, use them, and I'll sort of naturally conquer myself up this way, and then maybe I'll like vassalize Nadran and use them to conquer up this way, and then link up my two empires while I push up to the left. I think that would be a fairly reasonable thing to do. I do have a reason to go to war with these guys, which I think could work pretty well for me. For now, I'm going to keep drilling my guys. I think I want to get up to about maybe 40, 50 drill this time before I declare my next war, because I have some recovering to do. You know, I have war exhaustion I need to take care of. I would dearly, dearly like to build a fort, because that is a really important thing that I don't have, and it would help deal with some devastation stuff. I think a fort here would be reasonable in Mikla, because right now, because I don't have any forts, this devastation is taking a hell of a long time. I do have a capital fort, which is helping with the devastation a bit, but it's not nearly what it should be. Okay, the Rasids are making claims on me, and I lost my diplomatic insult on Adal. So, I don't think I took too much aggressive expansion because these were my core lands. Yeah, I took a little bit, but because it was my core stuff, it wasn't so bad. We are making a lot more money now, and we can also build a bigger army. I could afford 2 more cavalry, I think. Let's see, how much is a cavalry? Let's have a look. 0.53 per month. I tell you what I'll do. I'll go up 1 cavalry, because it's quite expensive to do that. I'll go up 1 cavalry, and I'll go up 2 infantry, and that'll be sort of more balanced, and it'll still leave me getting +1 ducat per month. So let's do that. We'll make our army nice and big. We do have a bit of manpower to recover as well. Let's see. So this would move me towards legalism and give me legitimacy. Normally, I would actually like to take the mysticism to try and unite my religion here. So I think I might sacrifice the legitimacy would be really, really nice for reducing my unrest, though. But so would being able to convert people. Yeah, I think I'm going to move more towards mysticism to try and update how much religious pressure I can get, and then I'll also probably be enacting the enforced religious unity here. It'll cost me a bit of ducats, but it will let me convert this territory into the religion that I need it to be. So I just need this bit of painful stuff to go away, and it is slowly ticking away, which is good. And thankfully, drilling troops do count as rebel suppressors, so that's actually really, really nice. Oh, I forgot my estates are demanding control of provinces. Now the emirs are demanding support control of a province, so where will I give them? Let's have a look at the estate map mode. Hotkey 9, I believe. Yep. Hotkey 9. B9. So, I want to learn all the hotkeys eventually. So this would give me... Oh, wow. Choosing where I give them is really tough. This would give them 30% influence. I don't want to give them this province. I don't want to give them a coastal province if I can help it. So how much do they demand? They demand 10%. I could give them... Bihan, and this one's going to have devastation for a long time. So I'll give them here. That'll make them nice and loyal. Actually, could I interact with you? So now that you have a province, what if I were to give you some of my prestige? I could get military support off you, or I could live on this land maintenance modifier for a while. 7.5% is quite nice. I'll probably try to stay here for a while, because that's a really nice modifier. To be above 60 and be getting 7.5% land maintenance, it's a nice little boost to the ducats, particularly. That's actually, land maintenance modifier is particularly more worth it now, because you're going to want to be drilling your armies pretty regularly. So he still has a 10% chance to upgrade as he drills, which is really, really nice. It was probably a little bit of a waste of me to get a general and turn my leader into a general, but you know. So I think I would, once I get to 100 relation with these guys, Dwasir, I'll probably fabricate a claim on Shada. Although what I could do, I could take my 2 cores and then vassalize this guy and use him to go all up this way. Ooh, I like that idea, and then I'll kind of push more along I'll take more of the coastal stuff, perhaps. Ooh, that actually interests me as an option. So let's check my allies. I'm probably going to want to spend favors to increase trust at some point with some of these guys. You need at least 10 favors, but this guy, I almost have favors with this guy. Yeah, I'm probably going to try and hold on to Adal as a friend for a while. Let me have a look, see if I can declare myself with more provinces as a thingy. Yeah, these look fine. I think these are totally fine. So let's see. We're drilling, we're drilling, we're drilling. Very, very good. Now I could convert a province. That would take way too long without the thing here. I would want to get the special thing. But again, I want to wait for these revolts to go away. Because if I start converting provinces when I still have war exhaustion and stuff like that, it can get pretty ugly. It can get pretty ugly when you have that. I don't think it's worth it to buy it down right now. I think I can live with this. Yeah, I think I can live with this for now. It's kind of ticking down on its own, like 10 per month, so it's about two and a half years and it'll be gone. Just under 2.5 years. And we'll be good to go. So Miclaf actually declared war on that. So let me have a look at the diplomacy chain. If I declare war on these guys, they're only allied with Miclaf, and I would be able to actually get my... I could be able to get my, all of my cores. I could get all 3 of these cores, because I have another core here. If I declared war on the Rasids here soon. So I want to wait until you guys are, I want to actually move quickly here, actually. I don't think I have time to wait. But we made friends with those guys, so let's pull this back. I do want to convert Bihan to Sunni, but not right now. We can buy down war exhaustion if we need to. Let's wake you up, move you here. We're going to declare war on you, and then we're going to try and take our rightful provinces. I think I will build another bark here. It'll take a hell of a long time, but I think it's 20 ducats well spent. You guys are just regenerating your morale. We have a bit of drill, which is nice, and you know, we've got 6% army professionalism already, and we're only a few years into the game. Ah, 10 prestige. Very, very nice. That's that little bit of morale of armies, which is going to help us out there. 3%. Nothing to be sniffed at. That's a decent little chunk. And plus, I believe we're ahead in tech of some of these guys. No, it looks like we're actually kind of in bad shape. But we are on par in terms of military tech. And we have a bigger army. We have a really good general compared to them. They do have a better fire, but we have better movement and stuff. So we should be able to do some good damage here once these guys are healed up. How's our war exhaustion? I'm going to buy it down once. And then I'm going to enact the enforced religious unity here, which will hurt my income, but I can delete that later. And then I'll start converting. It'll take 72 months. It'll boost the unrest, but if I boost autonomy, it'll be fine. And I'll be able to get that in a reasonable amount of time. It'll take me 6 years, but it seems like it's a worthwhile thing to do. And we'll do this at the same time we declare the war. So, let's get the war declared. We want to take our cores. I don't want to make Miclaf a thingy. Now, Mara would answer the call. And I think I will call Mara. And I want to take my core Sanya. So I'm going to call Mara into the conflict. And we got a good... We caught them. Let's go down to a lower speed here. So we have a good surround on them. And we have 2 flanking cavalry on each side. So I think we got the perfect scenario. The perfect scenario for killing someone, by the way, is to have as many infantry as they have troops, plus 2 cavalry on each side, at least in the early game. I think the flanking range has changed later in the game. But there we go. We can do a hell of a lot of damage to this guy now. Yep, looks like we smashed his army to pieces. Where is he running? Looks like he might be running to his allies' territory, so let's see if we can run around there as well. I'm going to shift consolidate so that my front lines are well put together. It will hurt my drilling, but having fully stocked front lines will make this go much faster. There we go. So I want to make sure I get the siege on this guy. I'm not worried about his navy, so I'm going to move my own navy in here, although he does have galleys. Those are kind of scary. Let's combine these and stick them outside. Galleys are kind of scary, but I think we have a slightly bigger navy, so we don't have to be as scared. So he's doing sieging over there. Where is his army? There it is. So his army is over here. These pretenders will get a chance to do their thing. I want to siege down this guy first, because that'll make the war with this guy go better. Like he needs it, but I want to make sure he doesn't get this province essentially. And so by attacking this guy first, this guy isn't at war with this guy, so I'm not worried about that part of things. Okay, I feel like I can go up to a higher speed now. Are you going to siege down my provinces? See if we can't hunt him down. My ally is struggling here a little. It looks like he's trying to escape his army. Okay, I thought he was going to go mess with my my missionary over here. But I feel like I've made the good decisions. How's our war exhaustion? We're taking a very small amount of war exhaustion from attrition, which is totally fine. Mara, you don't need to have your troops over here. You should be... Algadia, they're relocating. Interesting. So it looks like Najran declared reconquest on the Rasids. And you're now at war with... Oh, his allies wouldn't accept. That'll be fine. The Merchants Guild loses loyalty. I would gain ducats. I think ducats are so nice here. Where would take the negative? So like 33% of my goods would be wiped out. You know what? I'll take the ducats. That's fine. A little bit of my income is hurt, but that's, you know, it's no big deal. These pretenders have been bouncing between these two provinces since like the game started. Oh my goodness. Alright, so we're sieging this down. This should pop off here soon. I actually really want to get... No, I can't do that because of this guy. Taking that 1% attrition. I like to shift consolidate because I feel like it helps me I feel like it spreads out the cost in terms of manpower and ducats a little bit more evenly, which means I feel like I take less attrition overall by doing it. I don't know, maybe I'm full of crap and it doesn't actually help, but it makes me feel, it feels like I take less attrition and stuff by shift consolidating every month. Okay, we're just waiting for this siege to be done. Oh, come on. I got a 50-50 shot. I think I will buy up my stability just to get quick to 2 stability. Take that stability event. I like bouncing like that. And that actually will save me a bit of cash over here on the religious unity front. because I don't need to root out corruption as much. The extra tax modifier is pretty decent too from that. The 10% tax, yeah, that's pretty good. It's pretty good. Extra global trade power and missionary strength is also really good in here because that's going to speed this up. It was going to take until like, you know, 1460, but now it's 1459. Which is pretty good. Ah, Austria is now considered a great power. We're nowhere near being a great power, but we actually, you know, we have the potential to become a great power at some point. Influence nation. Are you serious? Come on. Ah, they managed to occupy that province. That's unsettling. I need to get this finished. Because this is critical to me taking over all of these provinces. Are you serious? What's the... How many defenders are there? Oh, it's not worth it. It's not worth it to do the thing. Come on. Give me the siege. Alright, we got 38 days left here. The game is just trolling me if I don't get it this time. I rolled a 6. Come on. Are you kidding me? I'm up I'm up to 64%. Come on, one more. Go on, let me end the video on a high note with a province unsieged. This is costing me a lot of manpower. Are you kidding me? Alright. That's it. We're assaulting. We have 10 times as many troops. Walls are breached. Cost me a bit of manpower, but I think it was absolutely worth it because I was getting sick of that province. Although my kind of really hurt my army there. Okay, let's see. We could move towards legalism. Would give me multi-autonomy. Would make the ulema more loyal. Or... yeah, I think I want to move towards mysticism just for a little while. For the missionary strength. So that's what we're going to do. Generally speaking, I think legalism is generally better. But, yeah, I think mysticism is handy here, so I'm kind of basing it off that decision. It does mean I get 10 years of, like, unrest, which hurts. Okay, are we winning? It looks like we've lost 2 ships and they've lost 1. Okay, now a fleet is helping. We didn't capture any ships. And we lost some ships. We lost a few ships, actually. Yeah, we lost 2 of each. But that's okay. We got some prestige out of it. We got a lot of Navy tradition, actually. Which is quite good. So, you guys come repair over there. Navies are very expensive to replace, so we have to be careful about that sort of thing. So... let's get over here and see if we can take these out. But we'll call this an end to this episode. I want to thank you guys very much for watching. I hope you guys are enjoying this series. Please remember to subscribe if you want to see more videos from me. Remember to leave a like if you want to directly support my channel and this series. Remember to leave a comment if you want to give me your feedback. And other than that, I want to say I love you all very much. And I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.